I don't know how to work this thing. Anyways, Spirit's telling me to talk about this dream that I had the other night. I think it was Friday night. I don't know. Anyways, I could feel myself being pulled backwards through like buildings and trees and cars, like super fast. And I all of a sudden kind of woke up in my dream. And I looked up and I saw these broken windows inside a vehicle where I was laying. And I was like, oh shit, I think we were in a car accident. Um, and immediately looked for Nico. And then we got out of this car, but it was really like a broken down old van and had like, I don't know, blankets and stuff kind of laying in the back. And the whole van was kind of busted up and had broken windows. And I don't know, but I got us out. And then the van was like parked in some like concrete playground of an old school or something. um and I got Nico and I out, and then we were trying to find the dog. And so I was calling to Ren, and he came running over, but he had like a big blue tarp over the top of him. And I was like, oh, here, let me set you free, baby. So I pulled it off of him, and he was all okay. And so the three of us were okay. And then I was like, okay, we need to go and get some help or report this or something. And then I was like, wait a minute. So we were walked just a little ways away from the van car thing and towards buildings. And when I got a little ways away, I looked back and I realized that wasn't even my car. And there was no signs of an accident, right? Like there wasn't any skid marks or broken anything else involved. And the car actually looked kind of like it'd been sitting there for a while, this van or whatever it was. And I was like, how the hell did I get into this van? And this was not my van. I didn't own it. I wasn't driving it. So what my first impression was completely wrong. And I felt like magically or something I had been sucked into this van or this broken van and scenario and made to think something that wasn't correct. And so when we turned back towards the van, there was two guys there that were supposed to be police officers, and they were talking to me really sternly. And I was looking at them, and I was kind of confused. I wasn't afraid, but I was a little confused, and I was kind of eyeballing them, because as I looked at them, there was the police officers, and then I could see these like holographic images just off to the side of them that were like not them, not the police officers, right? Like they look like different people, but it was almost like there was a glamour or something, and I was seeing through the glamour. And so I was seeing these beings that were trying to manipulate me into thinking that I had caused some huge accident and it was my fault. And I just was looking at them like, no, that's not what happened. And I'm not sure how I got here, but I was not responsible for this. This is not my car. I'm not involved in this in any way, shape, or form. And I'm going to take my family and go now. And you're not really police officers, so you need to just back up. And at that point, I just woke up like in reality. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that was, but I need my spirit team, all my guides and angels, to come in and protect me from whatever that was, because that was not a normal dream. I don't know how to explain this, but it felt like I had actually been pulled into a scenario in some alternate universe, and they were trying to trick me and manipulate me into some sort of thought process, and I wasn't having it, which is why I woke up and called in my spirit team and said, no, we're not doing this. And then from there on out, I slept fine. But it was really strange, and it did make me get up out of bed and go hug my son and say, okay, that wasn't reality. I don't know what that was, but it was not real. And everybody's okay, and we're all safe. And that was not me, and that was not our car, and that was not that. It just wasn't us. So anyways, I just had to put that out there. So thank you, Spirit, for keeping us safe.